This is Lord of the War of the Ring. Welcome to the 2015 finals, Game 2 between Magic Geek and LordAragorn. LordAragorn also goes by Aaliyah, as you will see in the log file. LordAragorn is the Free Peoples and Magic Geek is the Shadow in this game. I could not find either player's passwords, so we won't be able to see their cards until they are played. All right, let's see. Both have already rolled, and let's begin. So Aaliyah moving the Fellowship, and Magic Geek does something a little odd here. He's put 4 dice on the left, and he's moved all Shadow Nations to at war. And the chat here will see that Aaliyah is okay with this. Presumably, Aaliyah passed after moving the Fellowship. And now Aaliyah will play Elven Cloaks. Mustering in Arthanc, I believe. Saruman and Arthanc, sorry. And Gondor is moved down. Magic Geek responds by bringing in some Nazgul. The elves go down 1. And some movement on the Fellowship, or on the Shadow side in Gargarath and Nir Harad, a classic move. And that's the end of round 1. I'm just going to slow us down a little bit. All right, it's time for turn 2. One eye is allocated by Magic Geek. And a Palantir, but Aaliyah changes his mind and uses a sword to move the Fellowship a second time. And we have a hit, first hit of the game, and an eye is drawn. So really not looking good for the Fellowship. Revealed in Holland, and 1 corruption taken. Magic Geek is thinking and decides to play Many Kings to the Service of Mordor, bolstering Southrune and Nir Harad. Celeborn's Galahrim is played to bolster Lorien. It appears that Aaliyah does not think the Fellowship is at threat, so he is not hiding the Fellowship. And Magic Geek will often play a very strong military game, ignoring the Fellowship altogether. Okay, here we go. So the Southrons are headed towards Pelargir, and the Sauron units headed north towards Woodland Realm, which is often a favorite target of Magic Geek. Pelargir is the first victim of war. And confusion is played. And somehow the Gondorian survives to fight another day. And Gondor should be active. Oh, there we go. Dal Amrath is reinforced, and presumably Magic Geek will push further, although he only has a muster left, and brings in the Witch King with the army in, I believe that is, they're just north of Dagorlad. I'm not sure what area that is. Turn 3. Three eyes this turn, and Aaliyah moves the Fellowship. shadow is moving, and so clearly the dew line will be a big target this game. Moving southwest, probably towards Helm's Deep or Edoras. And the Fellowship has moved for a second time and is hit again. One reveal. And the Fellowship will have to be revealed through Moria, and an eye is drawn for the Moria tile. I believe the eye tile has no effect if a Shadow Stronghold is entered, but you can fact check me on that. The classic move of Old Forest Road and Edoras to West Emnet, and the Old Forest Road will be attacked. Interesting that Magic Geek had Warm with Sora and Toil, but decided to use it for the attack on the Old Forest Road. And that northern unit will not survive, making the Woodland Realm attack much easier and keeping the north out of the war. So we're seeing a very strong all-in military attempt here. Arthanc is bolstered, I believe, with the with Saruman's ability, and Rohan is moved down to war, or towards war. And Magic Geek with the last die moves into Fold towards Edoras, and with the Easterlings knocking on the dwarves' door and the Dale city, the city of Dale. Aaliyah will have to discard cards here. And Strider becomes the guide of the Fellowship. No, he changed his mind. Back to Gandalf, presumably to hide the Fellowship, but he decided in the end to stick with Gandalf. I will go alone. Okay. Oh, yeah, I was totally wrong on that. He had plans to move Strider and Boromir to Minas Tirith to crown the king. They'll have to have an arm wrestle. Wormtongue is played. Oh no, sorry, this is attacking in the Woodland Realm, I think. Foul Stench. Yeah. And Woodland Realm is probably going to fall. Let's see. No card for either side on round 2 of this battle. Just one hit, so Woodland Realm will survive another round. And 2 hits for the elves. Aragorn becomes crowned in Minas Tirith, and Magic Geek responds with another attack on the Woodland Realm. Definitely a relentless attack. Black Breath is the combat card, and the last elf is finished. The elves die in a blaze of glory, get one last hit, and the first stronghold of the game has been taken. The Fellowship is hidden, and Dale is attacked from Woodland Realm. Magic Geek plays a card to get the Witch King redraw, and Dread and Despair is played. And that Dale unit will die, moving the Shadow up to 4 victory points. And they'll move everyone except for one, I think he's thinking, okay, he's only moving 1 unit in and leaving all 5 regulars on the Woodlone Realm. Interesting choice here. I think it makes sense. They can link up with the Easterling army to be a full stack. And Isengard uses the voice of Saruman again. And West Emnet is attacked from Fold. Deadly Strife versus Shield Wall. Wow. Pretty lucky roll there. And that Rohan army is gone. So Rohan is being attacked with a pincer movement and is probably going to fall very quickly here. They'll get one last chance to maybe get an elite into Helm's Deep, and that'll be it. Before... Oh, I thought he was going to besiege Helm's Deep, but he's going to wait for his last die, probably, to do that. Yeah, Helm's Deep is put under siege, and the scouting force at the fords of Eisen has been caught completely by surprise and didn't realize that they had been invaded from the northeast. Things are not looking good for the Free Peoples here. This is going to be a very fast game, it seems. Okay, we've got a Will of the West here. We could see a Gandalf coming in, possibly. And the Fellowship successfully moves without being hunted. Oh, Magic Geek took back that muster and played the Palantir of Arthanc onto the table, and the Fellowship is moved again. And gets lucky with a 6 and rolls draws a 3. So I'm guessing Gandalf will be taken and will be entering the game shortly. Magic Geek thinking about what to do next, and musters an elite into Arthanc. Leah uses a ring. To get rid of the card on the table. That's what it was for. All right. And then Voice of Saruman and Gandalf comes into play in Fangorn Forest. Another Voice of Saruman. And Erebar will be besieged. And we'll see if Magic Geek leaves anyone there. Nope, he's going to leave it empty. And the Fords of Eisen will be mopped up from, I'm guessing from Orthanc. Sudden Strike. Yeah, indeed takes out a regular in Orthanc. And some bad rolling by the Shadow means that Rohan might live to fight another day. We'll see if they retreat or they keep fighting here. Probably retreating to... Oh, I thought they might retreat to West Emnet. I think you can still retreat to a vacant settlement if it's owned by the other player. Not 100% sure. Write in the comments if I'm wrong on that. But Isengard actually, Rohan retreats north. Interesting choice here. And Woodland Realm forces are consolidated in Dale. And the rest of the Isengard force will go to Helm's Deep. So the Fighting Uruk-hai is played. And wow, got quite a bit of hits there. And I think this is round 2 of the Fighting Uruk-hai card, which allows you to do 3 rounds of combat on a stronghold. Okay, Elia elects to not play a card. And Magic Geek didn't get any hits for the second round. Neither armies are performing well, at least this round. And round 3 again. Oh, there's one hit, but Helm's Deep will live to fight another day. It looks like they just disconnected, so they're just loading. Deadly Strife is played. And the last combat round in Helm's Deep. Oh, has there been 3? Okay, yeah. So the card has expired, and now he's reducing, I believe. And there, Helm's Deep has been conquered, and all of Rohan has fallen except for the meandering force in the Gap of Rohan. Bereft and pretty much leaderless. 1 leader left. Things are looking pretty bleak for the Free Peoples. With the Fellowship still in Dimril Dale, possibly in East Emnet at this point, if we add the movement points. Now we go to turn 6. This could be done by the end of this turn or turn 7. We'll see. So Erebor is attacked. Magic Geek jumped the gun there. He's a little too excited, so Elia will get to go first. And he plays Ents Awake on Isengard. So Gandalf has successfully gotten the Ents to fight. And I believe there's a second Ent card. And in total, I think he's gotten 2 hits right now. So Saruman will survive. But this might be interesting. If he can get one more hit, I don't know if he has the 3rd Ent card. If he does, then possibly he could use the Rohan contingent to take Orthanc. We'll see what happens. It's unlikely, but possible. Oh, he does have another card? No, okay. Gandalf, you scared me there. I thought that he was going to play the 3rd Ent card, but he had Gwaihir, the Wind Lord, and where he moved Gandalf to Minas Tirith. All right, Great Host versus No Quarter in Erebor for combat cards. Magic Geek getting 3 hits, and Elia getting 4 hits. Crazy. 666 versus 666. Very satanic battle. And I'm assuming that he will reduce to attack again. Yeah. He will press the attack to try to kill that last Dwarven regular unit. No card for either side. And there's the last hit on Erebor, and the Shadow have conquered the dwarves nearly, except for the Iron Hills. And the dwarves aren't even at war yet. The Fellowship moves again successfully without being hunted. And reinforcements are coming down to South Dunland to keep those pesky Rohan units in check. And the dwarves are finally at war. And actually, the South Dunland goes up north. And Gondor is moving north to try to retake Rohan and buy some more time. Interesting play here. Let's see if it pays off. And here we go, Magic Geek going after the Shire with the Isengard force for the last victory point. Let's see if Tom Bombadil can actually be of use. Come on, Tom, do something. And Fold is retaken. And we're going to see a battle here, probably in Edoras. All of a sudden, that Rohan army is relevant again in the Fords of Isen. And Minas Tirith is being attacked from Osgiliath. Yeah, the Free People's player is just trying to shake something up, but in reality, just they're stretched too thin. Rohan got taken very quickly. There's really not much that they can do here. And that's the end of the turn. And Magic Geek will need to redraw. Or I mean discard down to 6. And then this final round, my prediction here is probably that Minas Tirith gets conquered and or the Shire. We'll see which one will go first. I would guess Minas Tirith just to make sure that he doesn't have that card. Or to make sure that Elia doesn't have that recruitment card to make Minas Tirith harder to get. And the Fellowship is declared in Western Emuinmuil. And what will Elia do with this Will of the West? You finally rolled 3 Wills of the West, which is a great roll, but maybe too little too late here. All right, so Elia is attacking Edoras, and he does take it back. But will it be enough? Yeah, so Minas Tirith is being attacked as I predicted first. Magic Geek was going to use a card, but is going to save it, maybe for a bigger battle in Rohan. All right, Magic Geek missed on the first round, and he still can't get a hit on the second round. So Minas Tirith is going to survive. Oh, did he have another elite there? But he missed again. So the Free Peoples is still holding on. Wow, 15 dice and no 6. Huh. All right. Elia responds by attacking West Emnet from Edoras, I assume. Yeah. Trying to relieve Helm's Deep now. Very interesting. This could pay off. I still think it's unlikely, but we'll see. Minas Tirith is being attacked again. And Deadly Strife will be played. And yeah, finally got hits. Got more than enough hits there. And Minas Tirith has fallen. What will Aaliyah do here? Attack Helm's Deep and try to relieve it. Or, well, I guess, yeah, there's nothing to relieve because Helm's Deep has been destroyed, so he is besieging it. And let's see if he can take it back. But Hill Trolls, that was a pretty unfortunate card for Aaliyah. It gives one extra elite. And Aaliyah resigns in this case. Yeah, there was just too many elite units in Helm's Deep for that attack to be plausible, unfortunately. Okay, the first time for Aaliyah in the final. And they're just chatting a little bit at the end here. It's nice to see some good camaraderie and some good sportsmanship for sure. So thanks for joining us for this replay. And we'll see you next time. Lord of the War of the Ring out.